What's up, guys? Taco here with Amped Up Outdoors. Got another edition of our tacos tips for you. Today I'm going to talk about panfish rods. I have several panfish rods and I use them all for different things. I've chosen these rods because of what they do for me. Basically, my first rod that I was going to talk about, this is a Bass Pro Shops Microlight Glass. It's a light, ultralight, 6-foot long rod. It's a fiberglass rod, so it's real sensitive in the tip, has a lot of bend to it. And on that rod, I have a Penn Captiva CV500. It's spooled up with 4-pound test. This is my shoreline fishing rod. I really don't take this one out in my kayak a whole bunch. It's a little bit light, a little whippy. I use this one when I'm fishing on shore. That little bit of extra whip will allow me to get a little bit extra casting distance when I'm fishing from shore. It's a real nice little lightweight rod, but that's my rod that basically if I go somewhere and I'm fishing off the shoreline, that's the rod that's going to come with me. My next rod that I always use for panfish, this is a 1-3 Fishing Fate Chrome combo. Now this is 6 foot 7 inches. So it's a little bit longer rod. It's a little soft in the tip, and it's paired up with a 1-3 Fishing Creed reel that I spooled up. I want to say I have 6-pound test on this one. I picked this up as a combo. I looked at it several times. This is one of my favorite rods to take out with me on the kayak. Like I said, it's a little stiffer in the tip than the first rod, but it has a nice backbone that when I set the hook on a nice crappie, or I have that pickerel that grabs my little jig, it's got enough backbone to it that I'm going to get that fish in most of the time, provided he doesn't bite through the mono. Now I can also use this one to fish off the bank. It's a real nice casting rod. Like I said, I played with this 3 or 4 times before I actually bought it, and I'm glad I bought it. Matter of fact, when I bought it, I bought 2 of them because I caught them on sale. And my last panfish rod that I use all the time, this is a Shakespeare Excursion. And this is a 6'6" rod, and they say it's a medium action, 6 to 12-pound line. Like I said, it's a light medium. It's got enough tip that you can handle the pickerel or the bass, a big monster perch or crappie, and it's still limber enough that I can cast the little 1/32 ounce jigs and all that. Now I have that paired up with an Okuma Safina Pro SPA 25, and I have 6-pound test on that as well. This is another rod that I like to take with me in the kayak. Like I said, this one's got a little stiffer tip. That's why it ends up going in the kayak. Because when I'm fishing in the kayak, I do tend to run into catching the pickerel and the bass and stuff like that. The biggest thing is go out, check your rods out. You know, a longer rod's going to cast a little bit farther, especially with those light jigs. Pick them up. You know, if you're at a store, you know, and you're going to get the reels, well, try to pair them up, or if they have a combo, try the combo out. See how it feels in your hand. Like I said, pan fishing, that rod's going to be in your hand constantly. You're going to be casting, twitching it back to you, you know, a couple inches at a time. If the rod's not comfortable in your hand, and it's not a balanced feeling rod, it's not going to work as well. Like, there's a lot of rods out there, and none of the rods that I've showed you are overly expensive. I want to say the Shakespeare's, I want to say it's like 18, 20 bucks for the rod. I don't recall what I paid for the reel. That fake combo, I want to say that was right in the $75, $100 world, and that was as a combo. The micro glass light, again, it was like 19 bucks for the rod, and the reel I think I spent 50, maybe 60 bucks for. You know, but go out to the store. If you can put a combo together, try it out, see how it feels. You know, remember, if you're targeting crappie specifically, crappie have a soft mouth. That's why, like, the micro glass rod is one of my favorite crappie rods. That 13 fate has a little bit of softness in that tip, so that if you do get the horse in that fish, it's not going to tear that little jig out of his thin mouth. All your local tackle stores have stuff in stock. You know, go check them out. You know, their staff are there. They know fishing. Most of the guys that work at Fishbones or at Anglers and all, they all fish or hunt as well. So they have some understanding of what they're talking about versus the guy that's working at the Walmart fishing section, you know, that, you know, he's into playing pool, but he's working at the fishing section. You know, take your time, find something you like. If you find one you really like, get yourself two. That way when you break one or you lose one, you just come take it off your rack, because you can never have enough rods. Like I said, I never need an excuse to go out and buy a fishing rod. Hopefully this will help guide you along into finding your first panfish rod if you don't have one. You know, or maybe it'll help guide you into finding an additional panfish rod. I'll catch you guys out there. Be sure to give us a like and a subscribe. We'll see you guys later. Take it easy. I'll catch you guys out in the field.